welcome back to Let's Talk World. And I have here Mr. Andrew Ace Lopez. I got that right. Andrew Ace Lopez. Well, I have actually Andrew yesterday on our Maria and Joe Live TV, and with the things that he's doing for other veterans actually caught my eye and actually gained my heart. What do you call that now? Capture my heart. So he does help a lot in our community, and they have actually a program and association or organization or foundation, right? Foundation.
Yeah.
That's actually they're building up with Jeanette. What's her last name?
Franco.
Jeanette Franco. So that's the reason why I invited him back to Let's Talk World, because I want everybody knows about this, because in the future when this actually come out or launch, I want him back here.
That's
so
great.
Go ahead.
I'd be honored. So my name's Andrew. I grew up in New York on Long Island. I joined the military when I was 18 years old. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps as an infantry assaultman. I deployed to Afghanistan in 2011, came back, deployed again in 2013 to Okinawa, Japan. After that, I got out of service due to a couple of physical disabilities, just my knees and typical things Marines go through when you go through a combat deployment. So I had to leave the service. I enrolled in school and I started working security almost immediately right after leaving the Corps. So I did that for about 6 months. I had to give security a break for a while, and actually ended up complaining to Congress out here about the VA and that I was being mistreated. And I guess the congressman liked something about me, because they hired me almost on the spot.
Nice.
I still had an interview, but yeah, they
Can we mention the name of the congresswoman?
It was Dr. Heck.
Oh, Dr. Heck.
Yeah. So
is he running for office
no,
again?
he's out of office now.
Oh, okay.
So I worked with them for a little over 8 months, and I was able to help a lot of veterans out, answering phone calls, veterans confused, veterans being mistreated, pretty much just lost. And I loved being there for them on the phone, being that voice, because when I was in that position, I called the office, and a gentleman named Matt answered the phone, who I became very close with. He's another Marine. And just having that one connection with that Marine kind of put a light bulb on my head, and it made me feel such at ease that I still had a brother here, because I felt like I was alone out here. So he trained me up with another Marine in the office, and I was able to help a lot of veterans, whether it was, like I said, them getting mistreated, if I had to call the VA and speak with them, they weren't able to get an appointment on time, just their health care was lacking. So that I love helping other people, and that makes me feel good too. So I kind of shifted my energy there for a while, just to help other vets. And then I met Janet Franco. Actually read an article that she posted online about PTSD, and they were asking for volunteers for hyperbaric oxygen. So I thought, what the heck, I'll volunteer. And I got in touch with her. I left her a voicemail. She didn't answer. And I guess she lost voicemail for a long time, or she called me months later. And she said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "Yeah, what happened?" And she said, "I never got your voicemail. I feel so horrible." She said, are you still having issues? Would you like to get involved?" So I was like, "Yeah, I met her, and me and her clicked almost instantly. She's such a beautiful person. She just has that caring heart, like a gold heart, wants to help people. So she told me about her organization called Imagine Now, and it's a nonprofit, 501c3. And basically we're trying to set up hyperbaric chambers here in Las Vegas to help not only veterans but first responders as well, firefighters, paramedics, police officers, anybody who's involved with injuries, and it could range from anything from traumatic brain injury, TBI, maybe they have migraines all the time, their memory's bad, and pure oxygen is just so beneficial to the body and so natural. And it's been a real obstacle, getting exposure, getting people to learn about it. And right now, the reason the VA is not doing it, to my knowledge, is that they don't have enough data. They said that they haven't studied it long enough. But there's other countries.
I think they're outdated too. The system, on our government is very outdated.
They are, and the other countries like Israel, if an IDF soldier gets blown up, they're sent within the first hour to a hyperbaric chamber, because the most benefit you receive is right after the incident. So it still has a very, very great effect, days, weeks, months, even years down the road from the time of injury, but the sooner the better. It's always easier to prevent something than to cure it.
Exactly.
And
yes. because it's if you wait, I think it can cause more damage.
It does, yeah. And disabilities are very connective. So basically, like their secondary disabilities. So like a combat veteran might get out and be diagnosed with PTSD. Maybe he has some anger issues or things like that. But now that he has anger issues and he has these tantric highs, he's also going to deal with these lows, and now depression might be a factor.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
And then after depressed, you get anxiety. So it's just a very, very nasty snowball effect. I think, we need to focus more on alternative medicines, so we can treat vets without all these chemicals, stop, terminate, or at least lower the suicide rate, which is unbelievably high.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I think, we need to focus kind of more into natural.
Exactly, with natural thing. It's, everything nowadays is all about technology. They put all these medicines, I don't know what chemicals they're putting in our medicine that's actually prescribed by doctors.
Yeah.
So having this, what do you call now?
Hyperbaric oxygen.
Hyperbaric oxygen.
Yep.
Yeah. By having this one might help a lot of people out there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any any launching date that will come up yet?
Nothing set in stone right now. We're in the process of having a trailer shipped from Texas, so that'll be our actual first chamber to treat veterans. And with hyperbaric, it's also called HBOT. If anybody wants to look into it, usually there's a chamber and one individual would lay in there. And it's an hour per dive. So a typical treatment, it depends on the injury, but a typical treatment's 40 to 80 dives. You can do 2 a day. Some people do 1. And the chambers, how they were years ago, was you're in an individual chamber and you're by yourself. So that it could get boring, I'm sure. It causes claustrophobic. It could be a while. So since technology has advanced along with us, they've figured out a way how to actually pressurize a whole building with oxygen.
Wow.
So, like for instance, like this house here, if we hooked up oxygen to it, we could completely pressurize it with oxygen.
Wow.
And every veteran, first responder, patient in here would be getting treated at the same time.
Oh.
So it's a really amazing way. It requires a lot more oxygen than a chamber would, but you're treating more people. And it saves time as well.
That's amazing.
So
that's very interesting.
Yeah. So definitely, we're looking to bring that out here to Las Vegas and help a lot of people.
So why are you actually starting it in Texas?
So that's where the chamber was.
Oh.
I believe they already had the chamber, Imagine Now, and they're working on shipping it out here now.
Oh, okay.
So I believe it should be here next week. And right now, we're working on opening an office location. It's still disclosed at this time because we're not sure if that's going to be our main station, our main office, or a satellite office. But it's here in Las Vegas. It's pretty easily accessible. So any veterans or first responders that want treatment, they should be able to get there pretty easy and be able to get treated.
That's amazing.
And just change. It's so life changing.
So is this produced here in the United States or someplace else?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
the chambers.
That's other plus.
Yeah, they build everything here. And basically we're looking for veterans that want to try this, because right now this isn't an option through the VA. If you go to the VA and you say, well, you don't tell the VA that you have PTSD, of course, you'd get diagnosed, but once you have the diagnosis and you tell them, hey, I'd like help with my PTSD, they're going to offer medication, they're going to offer mental health therapy, which that helps, but it's temporary for a lot of people. And this problem is very organic, and I feel like it needs an organic solution. And I don't feel the pills are cutting it anymore, and all these medications, and a lot of veterans are starting to self-medicate to try to keep numb and keep their pain levels down.
Exactly.
And it's causing a lot of veterans to hurt themselves, hurt their friends, hurt their families. It's suicide rate. It's pretty pertinent that it's pretty pertinent we get this out there as soon as possible.
It's very sad that because of these medical issues that they're going through, and if they start hurting their families, they are the one blamed. And sometimes we really don't know what happened, but sometimes if you look way back, what could have avoided that to happen is that's what we supposedly are focusing on. You know what I mean? Not getting all this medicine that affected.
Temporarily
Temporarily fixed.
Our website also is helpwarriorsnow.org.
Oh.
So there you can kind of read a little bit about hyperbaric, see what we do, see what a chamber looks like. You can see what it does to the brain on there. There's some pictures in there that are very informative. Again, it's helpwarriorsnow.org, one word. I'm on that website myself as a bio.
Yes, and you can see that website on the bottom of your screen. So,
Right.
yeah, so type it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Is there any other way that probably they're gonna call you if they want to speak to to a person?
There is a contact us now on the website. So
Okay,
if anybody
perfect.
if anyone would either like information, try to sign up for it to be treated out here, become a sponsor, make a donation, anything like that. That's available on the website, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
amazing.
we have a phone number as well if somebody would like to speak with someone and kind of have a more personal, maybe they have some more in-depth questions and things like that. So.
Would we be able here at social media shows? Would we be able to come and actually film first before anybody else? Would you allow us to come and when that chamber comes
Only
in?
that I would love that. Not during the treatment.
Oh, yes,
just
no, yeah.
because it's
because of
medical.
privacy too. Yes.
But yeah, if social media network wanted to come look at the chambers and stuff, I would love that. If you guys got a first-hand view and got it on camera, that would be great. It's pretty amazing. What they can do with just oxygen. What it can do. Actually, Janet helped save a drowning baby.
Wow.
Here in Vegas. His name's
I think
Christopher
I've
Salmon.
seen that on the newspaper.
Yeah, it was on the news. And,
Or news, I mean,
a baby drowned, fell in the pool, and was basically brain dead. And they brought him to the hospital, and the doctors of the hospital didn't want to touch him. I'm not sure if it was because of insurance purposes, legal reasons. I'm not really sure. Maybe moral. I'm not sure what it was, but they didn't want to touch him, and the baby was going to die. So Janet, having such a gold heart, she stepped in and got involved. She really is amazing. She stepped in, got involved, connected a few people, and within a day, the baby was in LA getting treated with hyperbaric oxygen.
Oh my!
So
God.
now the baby, Christopher, is responsive. He couldn't respond. His eyes were kind of like just had this bulge in them, and he was very immobilized. He just couldn't move. He just looked like he was in pain, and now he's starting to move his eyes around.
What's the age of the baby?
I believe he's about 3 months.
Oh,
Very young. I believe he's about 3
yes,
months.
yes.
So, it's not possible to do. You can't give meds to a 3-month-old. You can't. There's
Yes,
but
yeah.
oxygen you can all day.
Yeah,
So,
it's a natural.
So she hooked him up with a gentleman named Mark Westaway, who's out in LA, and he does a lot of hyperbaric work out there. And they got the baby treated with dives, and from I've seen pictures recently, he's doing unbelievably better. He's alert, he's attentive, he knows what's going on, he responds to his name, he
That's
can grab,
good.
he can move his limbs. So
Thank you, Janet.
yeah, it's pretty amazing. That we're not using this technology when like a country like Israel that's still developing in a way. They've been using it for decades, and it's worked very well for them.
So
Extremely
it should be worked well here,
Yeah.
and it will help a lot of a lot of our veterans and all our people actually, not only
And they do have hyperbaric here in Vegas right now.
They do?
I believe St. Rose Hospital has a chamber in there. Since it's so small, I'm not sure the cost. I'm sure it's pretty. Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty high up there just because it's new. Hopefully, as more chambers come around, it'll become cheaper. But our goal is to basically make that available for veterans and reasonable. If we can't cover it ourselves from donations, sponsors, doctors putting their own money into it, our goal is to make it as reasonable as possible to treat as many vets and first responders as we can.
Of course,
so.
yeah. That's where we are here for, is to help other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure, yeah.
Well, do you want to add anything before we wrap up this segment?
No, just please check out the website if any of you guys are interested, helpwarriorsnow.org. And I appreciate you guys watching.
Yes, thank you so much. And we will be right back on the next segment. Thank you so much. Bye now.
Want your own radio show?
Radio show?
Radio show?
Join the team.
Join the team.
Join the team.
223-223.
223 Take Over Vegas Radio.
Take over Vegas Radio.
TakeOverVegasRadio.com.
there you go. For today's episode, we have Mr. and Mrs. Jesse and Dana Oakley the third. Jesse Oakley the third. And thank you so much to Mr. Jason Brooks of CRI Training School at critraining.com and also Mr. Andrew Ace Lopez. He's a vet, and they are actually making these natural products that you would be able to use it or to actually cure a lot of sickness. He was saying earlier that there is this kid almost died, and they use this kind of equipment chamber. So please follow them. Follow follow Ace Lopez. No, Andrew Ace Lopez. Thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we'll see you guys again next week. Bye bye.